The decision to move back to Pakistan was not an easy one. As I sit in my new home, I find myself drawn to the memories of my travels across the US. I say new home, but I'm just a guest here, really. Even though I'm back, it doesn't feel like home. I've outgrown my city. That's the dilemma of travelers. Hometowns feel as if they've been trapped in time while the world kept moving. Relativity. They say you hold a hot woman for an hour and it feels like a second. You hold on to a hot pan for a second and it feels like an hour. For now, it's a much needed break from life. I have time to reflect, work on myself, physically, mentally, spiritually. Time to catch up on my favorite show. Today, we embark on the next chapter of our journey, from the vibrant streets of Reno, through the dangers of Death Valley, onto the dazzling lights of Las Vegas. The journey begins as we make our way into Nevada on our final approach to Reno. We've been driving for 4.5 hours now, definitely looking forward to breakfast, but the car's thirsty too, so she gets to drink first.
जी किधर आए अभी?
2 chicks आई हैं,
जी 2 chicks रीनो खाना खाने रोटी खा के वेगस के लिए निकले 7 घंटे का भी सफ़र रहता है मेरे ख्याल से जल्दी करें ज़रा मुकाने ही सही.
Reno looked like a vibrant city, but it's not our destination. So far, we've only stopped for a few moments along the way to eat or rest. But as the second day of our trip progresses, we're approaching our first actual destination of this trip, Vegas.
पहली दफ़ा यूके के बाहर गाड़ी चल रही है, बस मारनी है.
Left hand drive, first time wrong side of the road, first time automatic. You बड़ी गाड़ी, everything first time.
बस मारनी नहीं है, सफ़र की दुआ पढ़ के रखें, अल्लाह ताला बचा के रखें हमें ज़रा. चलो.
There's still a 7-hour journey without stops to Vegas, and on the way, we'll have our biggest obstacle yet, Death Valley. My Lincoln Navigator is a lovely car for traveling long distances, but there's 2 downsides. Firstly, it drinks petrol like Americans drink Coke at McDonald's, and secondly, the spark plugs were never changed. The previous owner just thought cars moved until they didn't. The spark plugs were jammed on, and a regular mechanic couldn't remove them. And luxury car manufacturers love fisting their customers any chance they get. And they couldn't even get it sorted before Harris landed. So it's a big risk going through the hottest, driest place in the US in a giant metal coffin. It's the largest national park in the lower 48. It's not a place you want to get stuck in. The extreme heat of Death Valley has killed several people in the past, and it will continue to kill people who do not honor its extreme climate.
About 3.5 hours away. Fucking Optimus somewhere in Nevada, next stop Vegas.
Even the air conditioner was blowing hot air. Thankfully, we've made it through without any problems. And now we're almost in Vegas.
First 1,000 miles, how do you feel?
Make America great again.
What do you say?
I said make America great again.
As we make our way towards Vegas, the excitement of the journey ahead filled the air with anticipation. According to almost every scripture, these would be the people of the hellfire, the ones who chose the pleasures of this dunya over the akhirah. But does this place really have an unhealthy, almost evil impact on people? Does it cause all morality to go out the window? According to ancient astronaut theorists, the answer is yes. 2 days of travel, we're finally in Vegas. First stop, checking in to the Flamingo Resort. Then we'll hit the famous Vegas Strip, where we'll eat and drink until our bellies are ready to burst, and walk until the soles fall off our shoes. The smart thing to do would be Uber to and from sites, but it's 2018. Smart is still a few years off in the future.
How you feeling?
Glad we finally made it, man.
Las Vegas, the city of dreams, a place where the impossible becomes possible. Millionaires become homeless overnight. The homeless make an underground city in the tunnels. Intoxicated people make horrible decisions. Dealers offer coke, strippers, VIP club and limousine passes on the streets. People lose, but the house always wins. And then there's people like us, here as astute observers, looking at the pretty lights and the megalithic structures.
Out there on the shelves, yeah, we tasting hella bland. And so we doctor it up, produce that soul and that grit, yeah, those lively cuts, yeah. And when we going out, we going all night. And I ain't going out searching for some bar fights. I'd rather keep it cool, kick it to the morning light. Kick it in the morning light, damn, use a gorgeous sight. And then we keep it moving like a sandy ruin. Another one will appear while the other one is improving. Another one surely vanish for guilty dreams they pursuing. The conscience remains clear when you're pure with what you're doing. So what this seem like, living is a dream, right? We seen the city lights, yeah, we going all night. Used to the beach life, we on a different height. We seen the city lights, yeah, we going all night. So now we bridging this gap, bring the roots back to the city. It's a pity, in fact, so many y'all off track. It's like you're rolling with flats, and so we keep the game intact, just like a tattoo with that. And I ain't worried about stats, I just focus on my flow to make a social impact. So, yeah.
As we explored the neon-lit streets, I couldn't help but marvel at the sheer spectacle of it all. There's something almost biblical about Vegas, and not the fun parts. It is called Sin City for a reason. Man's on his dean now, so probably wouldn't visit again. Anyway, the food was delicious, the rooms were nice, the resorts are cheap as fuck, because they make most of their money from gambling and other hospitality services. So we barely spent any money here.
It's a dream, it's a dream, oh, oh, oh. Seeing city lights, we're going out all night. It's a dream, oh, oh, oh. Seeing city lights, we're going out all night.
Unfortunately, Gordon Ramsay wasn't at his restaurant, so we didn't bother going there. Regardless, it was a fun experience. I'm more comfortable in nature than in cities, so it's nice to get out of your comfort zone every now and then and do touristy stuff.
Right, we see the city lights, yeah, we going all night.
The road for a really long time now. Let's see, plan for today, breakfast, first things first, and check out a few sites then, and head straight to San Diego. That's quite exciting. Right, time to get out of bed. Goodbye, Flamingo.
Vegas was amazing. Leaving now. Just putting some petrol in. And off to San Diego.
Now that Vegas is done, we can start getting to the real fun part of the trip. Going up the entire West Coast. California, Oregon, Washington. The real beauty of the US. They say the West Coast is the best coast, and after traveling to 42 states and having countless trips across the entire West Coast, I can guarantee that statement is 100% factual. Anyone who thinks the East Coast is better ate glue and sniffed paint as a child. Hey Siri, play California Love by Dr. Dre and Tupac.